Gotta eat
I
that
refuse to
rotted
take
food.
responsibility for causing this massacre. All I did was fucking experiment with your brain a little bit.
All he did was experiment with you. It's not his fault.
Yeah. I just put my fingers in your holes, okay? It's not a big deal.
Yeah, you finger
If that
fucked
scene
you.
would have gone on longer, I just want to say, if that scene would have gone on longer, Axel would have been like, Axel would have been like, I can't believe I'm asking this, but please tell me this isn't the first time you finger fucked someone back to life.
His first time finger fucking a super mutant.
Let me answer your question with another question.
Did you just fart into your phone?
I thought this man straight up gulped.
I expect that shit to be that fucking powerful.
This man went straight up pounced.
We are fucking children.
Pretty much. Sophomoric fucking children. All right, so are we ready? Everybody back?
Robbie.
Yep.
Friend Robbie.
Habibi.
Oddly enough, that's the name of his spell too. Habibi.
Habibi Kadibi. This motherfucker's playing Resident Evil 5 again.
What's up, guzzlers?
Get your ass off Resident Evil.
He's like, Habibi Kabibi.
All right.
Shiva Kamini Soma, come. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we ready?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, so we are up top. You guys that ran out, you guys are panting, catching your breath, and you still hear the heavy footsteps of a super mutant walking the sewers. And yeah, Graft, he's not up there with you.
Where's the kid? I'm gonna look around at the other. Well, everyone's up here except for Graft, right?
Graft and Kieran.
Or is it? Okay. So I'm gonna look at Robbie and Hummy, and I'm gonna say, "Where's the Patty and the kid?"
I don't know. I made a break for the ladder, and
I think they're still down
they
there.
tried to hide or something.
Fuck. Now of all days, I decide to grow a fucking conscience.
Hey man, it's kind of every man for themselves. If we go down there and try to rescue him, we're probably gonna draw attention to him, and then, we all fucking die.
Yeah, we also don't get paid.
That's true.
Well, did anybody see which direction the big green bastard went?
I think I was the first one up here. If anyone know, it'd be one of you.
Well, I don't.
I didn't look back. I was hauling ass. I have to. I mean, is there a way we can sedate this guy, or do we have to just wait for him to get his fucking memories back, if that even happens?
I don't fucking know. I've never seen anyone go this crazy on Psycho or Psychojet.
Well,
man, we really shouldn't have given those to him.
Well, I mean,
yeah, who would have thought a super mutant, Psycho, and Jet all together would be a good thing?
I didn't catch you trying to stop us.
There's no use in arguing over who shouldn't have given him, or if we should have given him. We gave it to him. The matter is over with. He's down there and he's quite upset, and he does not seem to have any wherewithal of his mind. So, we've got 2 of our friends down there. 3. One of them is trying to kill us blindly. One of them has no legs. Well, has one leg. Stumpy McJumpy. And The other one just got thrown against a wall. And who knows where they're going now. So, maybe it's best that we give it a minute or so and then do a little bit of recon, slowly climb down and see if we can help out some of our friends. At least to give him a few minutes to walk away from the ladder.
I think that's the only thing we can do right now is wait.
Axel will kind of just let himself get a breath of relief, if temporary, and kind of just, just sit down on the ground, fidgeting with his hands and just like doing shit that a junkie that is nervous would do. Like, his face doesn't show it because he kind of just always has this slight crazed look in his eye, and like a half grin, but he's holding his flare gun and he's like kind of tapping it, not pointed at him, but like the side of the barrel of the gun, and he's kind of just tapping it against the side of his head, against the metal sheet riveted into his head. And he's just going like, fuck, man, it's just so fucked up. I should have let you guys just kill me in that fucking jail cell.
Well, if we would have killed you in the jail cell, then you wouldn't have had all the opportunity to have so much fun.
That's one way of looking at it.
So,
hey man, I'm sure you've been through worse. You told me a little bit about your story. We'll get through this.
So, how many minutes have passed? Has it been about 5 or so?
I guess it's been long enough. No use in sitting up here and greasing our thumbs.
All right. Well, load your guns, sharpen your nails, grab your cocks, because we're going down the ladder now.
B.A.T.R Gaming presents.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
As you guys prepare to go down the ladder, Graft, you are taking in what you are seeing. The area that you're in is illuminated, and before you is a fence, and in the behind the fence is a very large robot. It appears to be possibly a sentry bot from, pre-war, and it is currently engaged in a fist fight with another robot. However, these robots aren't just your stock robots. The sentry bot has what appears to be a what's it called? A Protectron legs, as it is swinging for the fences. They have armaments on them, but they're just...
Run that back. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I missed it.
You're not there. That's why. So, as you see this thing swinging on this other robot that appears to be... It looks to be like a Mr. Handy body with very slender legs and... possibly Protectron hands trying to block and defend itself, and you're looking around still in shock at this sight that you're seeing what appears to be a robotic gladiator fight, and the area that you're standing in kind of goes into a circle. You see another tunnel across the way, but you are just in awe of this spectacle. And as you stand there, you hear someone shout at you. A female voice. Hey, What are you doing down there? Who are you?
Can I see where that voice is coming from?
You look off to your right, and you do see a woman who's kind of dressed in rags. Her face is all just tatted up. Similar markings on the people that you saw surface side. But it's on her face, her arms, and she's it looks like she's got like a control panel in her hand.
Can I see her?
You guys are okay. So Graft's the only one that sees her. You guys are topside. He's not. He's still down in the tunnels.
And he's way in the tunnels. Comparatively.
Yeah, I ran deeper in the tunnels to get away from Bush. I kind of look at her and I'm like, well, I was in the sewers for a job. What is this? And I kind of gesture to the two basically mechs fighting.
A job? What job?
To figure out what was making noise in the sewers.
Oh. Well, congratulations, you found it. How'd you make it past the Guardians?
What, you mean the feral ghouls?
Yeah. How'd you make it past those? She begins walking towards you.
I look back to the door for a second and I just kind of say, it's a long story. I can't go right now. You don't want to open that door.
Why? What's in there?
A really, really pissed off Super Mutant.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't want that. Yeah.
But it's cool. He's my friend, but he doesn't know he's my friend right now because he's mad. It's a long story. There's drugs involved. Yeah. I just kind of was looking for a place to like kind of sort of hide until that blows over. And as she moves closer, I kind of start walking like around the other side of the circle, like opposite from her, like a Mexican standoff almost.
Okay. Well, you're on hallowed ground. This is part of the church of the children of Adam. So you have nothing to fear from me. I'm unarmed. You're standing in our entertainment area. I'm surprised you made it past. What?
Is that door? Does that door is locked, right? The one I just came through.
No, the door's not locked.
Does it lock?
It doesn't lock. No.
Oh, that's bad.
Why is that bad?
Is there a window in the door?
Nope.
That I came through?
No.
No.
It's just a solid door.
Well, fuck. I have no way of indicating to her what the situation is without showing her. Well,
you open the door like an old Scooby-Doo episode and Bush is just there.
He's just Blair witching at the door.
So you're gonna open the door?
Okay. You know what? Somebody roll a fucking flip a coin for me.
Oh God.
I got you.
Heads, I open the door. Tails, I don't.
Okay.
Well, whatever's behind that door, you have nothing to worry about. I mean, it'd have to get through that door and then, in here.
I will roll a d20. Even you open the door, odd you keep the door closed. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Looks like you're opening the door, buddy.
Okay. Let me try to do this in character. For some reason, unbeknownst to him, Graft puts his hand on the handle of the door, pushes it down, and he stands against the door as he opens it, so that the first thing that Bush sees if he is there is not Graft. And he kind of goes, you know, it's better if you just see for yourself. Well, it's not, but if you're that curious.
It's not.
And he very slowly opens the door, already like cringing.
So as you open the door, she just, you hear nothing. Your eyes are shut tight, and you are ready for whatever is behind that door to absolutely rush her. And she just, I don't see anything. Is this a game? I mean, are you part of that mercenary group that came down here before? I mean, what is this?
Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I promise there was a 800-pound or so I'm told super mutant chasing me, and he was right out there.
Okay.
You know what?
When's the last time you had something to eat?
I think I'm gonna go.
She walks up and closes the door. No, I don't think you are. I think you're gonna stay right here until I figure out if you're friend or foe, because I don't know.
Oh,
you make it through.
Oh. Okay, lady.
Oh. Stop cross that line.
You just told me you don't have any weapons on you. What are you gonna do if I decide I don't want to be here anymore? Now, like, Graft is like getting an attitude because he doesn't like that he's being judged by this woman that he doesn't know.
Are you gonna kill me?
Am I gonna have to?
Are you gonna kill me? You gonna kill a defenseless woman who is offering you a hot meal? I mean, is that the tone that we want to set?
Graft doesn't like the teacher-like tone that he's being addressed with right now. And as this conversation goes on more and more, his like rebellious teenage psyche is like becoming more apparent.
She looks at you, kind of grinning a bit. Would it feel better if I did this? And she messes with the controls, and you see the two robots that were fighting each other now focused on you, and their armaments ready to fire upon you. Does that make you feel comfortable? I mean, it doesn't make me feel comfortable. I'd much rather just have a calm discussion. But, I mean, if you wish to kill me, I can't stop you. I mean, you'd have to kill me before I press this button, but I don't want to press this button. I just want to talk. You don't seem like the other mercenaries that were here. They got turned to guardians.
So, Graft kind of stares unbreakingly at the two giant battle mechs that are pointed at him. And then he turns to the lady and he's like, so what's for dinner?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Have you ever had Deathclaw?
You know, I haven't, but I've heard that they're not very easy to hunt.
They aren't, however, yeah, it's worth it when you bag one. And she basically makes the robots go back to fighting one another. Come on, follow me. as she begins to lead you down this pathway towards the tunnel across the way. As you're looking around, you see what appear to be like tapestries with similar markings like she has on her face. And you see like the stands, and you see one stand that sticks out where a king would sit, or a leader would sit. And the robots just go back to fighting one another. So tell me about yourself. What's your name?
Almost like he's not trying to avoid the conversation, but the first thing comes out of his mouth is he goes, so he notices there's like amenities here, and it's like not a shithole. And he just like kind of blurts out, "Do you have cigarettes?"
Wow, that's a very strange name. Can I kind of shorten that up and just call you Dooya?
Oh, no, sorry. My name's Graft.
Oh, nice to meet you, Graft. My name's Ellie. And yes, we do have cigarettes. And you guys keep walking down. She leads you down the tunnels. And you see what appears to be, you kind of look off to either side. You see what appears to be living areas where there are multiple people, families, children, just kind of hanging out, doing their own thing, talking. And you walk down this tunnel even further to what appears to be a kitchen. And she starts looking around in some of the boxes for some deathclaw meat. So what brings you down here? Were you here to kill us, or just investigating a noise?
Okay, I might be misremembering, but I think that really what they wanted us to do, right? This is above game, by the way, was just to find out what's making the noise, and if it's a threat, then to kill it, right?
No, you were tasked with clearing out the tunnels so that you guys could get a trade route going.
Yeah, they can use it.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
All they knew was that there was somebody in there killing everybody that they sent down.
Well, I guess technically we were tasked with clearing out whatever was killing all the security that they were sending down here, and I guess something. Well, we found out what it was. I guess it was all the Reavers that you said were guardians. Unless there's more stuff down the other way of the tunnel, I guess I probably should go check on that at some point. Well, me and my friends, but
you see here, she's just slicing the meat off of the steak in thin slices and cooking it up and tossing it into a pan, cooking it. So, who sent the mercenaries down here, and our guardians killed them? Who were they? You said someone sent them?
Yeah, it was like the mayor of Diamond City, I guess, or the head of security. I think I can't really remember. I was pretty high when we went to talk to him. So.
Well, that happens. I remember when I used to get high, I'd be just hyper focused on the task at hand. As you can see, the task at hand was robotics. But yeah, you know, Adam really just showered me with his love. The Guardians, though, you guys killed the Guardians.
I guess. I mean, we didn't know that they were yours. We didn't know, at least I didn't know, that there was like people living down here.
Well, we try to not make our presence known unless a young man breaks into our place and, you know, gets curious. She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a cigarette, and in her index and middle finger has a book of matches for you.
I take it, and before I light it, I say, well, can it really be considered like breaking and entering if you don't have locks on your doors?
Well, I mean, you're right. It's not breaking and entering. Nobody's gonna punish you. We're open to everybody, but the guardians that you killed, I guess the mayor of Diamond City sent them. We weren't aware. They just came down here and started wreaking havoc on the guardians that we had there currently, but they were dealt with by they were dealt with. She kind of just, looks a little upset visibly as she goes back to cutting the meat and putting it into the pan for you and begins cooking it.
As I look around, like, are there any other people? There are other people here, right?
Yeah, there's plenty of people. There's in the immediate area, there's about 3 people just kind of, they're watching you, but they're posing no threat. They're just keeping their eyes on you because you're new. You're a new face.
Do I see any ghouls anywhere?
No, you do not see any ghouls.
Okay. So feeling a little bit like a lot of it out of place, instead of openly smoking with his mask off that he usually wears when he's like out in the wastes, he kind of pulls the mask far enough away from his face to where he can hold the cigarette up to his mouth and smoke it. So he kind of doesn't want people to like see his face because he feels like weird because, it seems like there's no ghouls here and he's pretty fucked up in the face. So he's kind of trying to hide his features a little bit as he smokes.
She holds her hand out for the book of matches as you're attempting to hide your face. She takes notice.
Yeah.
You don't have to hide yourself around here. We're all children of Adam.
He's not really gonna respond or say anything verbally. He's gonna drag the cigarette as quick as he can, like drag through the whole thing as quick as he can, and then adjust the mask back onto his face.
She just kind of looks at you and gestures to the chair that's up against the wall. Please. As she begins cooking the food. So, you're here as a mercenary then? Part of the same group of mercenaries that came in here wanting to cause us harm, correct?
I mean, I guess it's a matter of perspective. If that's what the last people they sent in here did, then I guess the same people sent me and my friends to do a job down here. Not here specifically, but in the sewers,
Well, this is the sewers. We've cleaned it up a bit, but it's still part of the sewer system. Do you want to kill us, Graft? Do you wish us harm?
Not at the moment. I don't really see why I would, but when we first got down here, all we saw was a bunch of reavers. And that was kind of what we were focused on before shit hit the fan.
Well, to be fair, the guardians that were replacing the ones that we lost, they were created in a very unique way. Let's just say that. So I do apologize. I'm surprised that you guys would want to come down into the tunnels, but I mean, if you're doing work on behalf of the mayor who only controls Diamond City and not the outlying area. I mean, I understand. I just, she hands you a plate and the meat smells absolutely delicious. It's a really good home cooked meal.
Already out of the corners of like the sides of his mask, there's like very obvious trails of drool at the smell. Like he's probably never had a meal like this, like in several decades, if not longer.
And she hands you a fork.
And before he starts eating, he goes, well, I don't think the end goal was to like just murder everything down here if we could avoid it. I think because what he wanted to do, and then he starts eating. What the mayor wanted to do. Oh God, this is good. What he wanted to do was start a trade route through the sewers. I think.
And what happened to your friends?
Well, I think they all ran off when my other friend kind of got a little wound up. Because he's kind of a big guy,
I can understand that, yeah. I can. She hands you a Nuka-Cola. Nothing better to wash down the meat.
His eyes kind of widened that he's being like offered all this like really high quality luxury stuff that he usually can't afford, and he's not going to look gift horse in the mouth. And as he's eating, even though he's like scarfing it down, he still is kind of trying to cover as much of his face as he can while he's like eating, and try not to get like his scraps of flesh to like. He's trying to stop like any loose skin from like sloughing off onto the table or anything.
She kneels down and looks you in the looks at you in the face in the mask. You don't have to hide down here. You can be who you are. No one here is gonna shame you. I know what you are. I can see. Hiding it is just making it more difficult to enjoy your meal. And she stands back up and begins cleaning out the pan that she used to cook your food.
Wow.
So this trade route. What were you going to say?
Oh, well, he kind of like lifts his mask a little bit more, and he's kind of like, well, a lot of people know what I am, but when I started to look like this, people who I knew didn't even know who I was anymore.
Well, that's the burden that atoms touched usually get. They get treated very poorly, and yet no one really realizes just how special you are. I mean, you're living history. You know what happened before. And if people would just listen, they could find out fairly easily that how to avoid what happened before happening again. I mean, look at us. We're living in a sewer. And I mean, people aren't too friendly to us. A lot of people will just shoot us on sight. Most of us just want to spread the word of Adam and, be peaceful, but It doesn't matter to some people. Some people it's just shoot on sight. So, of course, there are violent groups of our church, and we try to distance ourselves from them, but you know, you get one bad apple and you get all lumped in.
I've never been too much into the politics of religion and everything, so I don't got much to say about any of that, but
and that's okay.
I think you got me confused with somebody else or something. I'm not one of your Adam's touched or whatever that is.
So I don't have you confused with anybody. We feel that saying Adam's touched is a far kinder way to refer to people that have become ghouls, because ghoul is a fairly derogatory term. I mean, because you're still human, but you're just touched by Adam.
Still human, huh? That's, well, I can't say I've heard that one before.
Yeah, that's part of the wasteland for you. You know, sometimes things can surprise you. I tell you, when I first became a child of Adam, I just, you know, thought it was just a silly, hokey religion. But as time went on, I was shown things, and, you know, became more devoted in my belief. So I get it. You've seen some things that make you have trust issues, and I completely understand. And she sits down right across from you. You know, I tell you this. My belief, my religious belief, was almost broken once. Is broken by the same man that created those guardians, believe it or not. And she just looks at you smiling. Eat up.
This steak is really, it is pretty fucking good.
Oh yeah, because I cooked it. Not just good with robotics. I was a mother once. And she gets up and walks back to cleaning up where she was cooking. So, you're not here to harm us. You're not here, you're just here to create a trade route.
I guess at the core of it, yeah.
Okay.
I don't really, at the end of the day, I don't really know what I do. I just kind of roam around, and whatever gets me enough caps to get my next fixed.
Well, you can rest assured that you'll have plenty of time roaming around getting your next fix. So your friends, are they still in the sewer, or they left?
I'm pretty sure they left. Okay. I think they all got out safe.
Okay, well, let's go find them.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna step away for like 5 minutes and I take this dog. Be right back.
All right.
Well, let's go get your friends.
For what?
To bring them down here, because if their plan is to use the tunnels as a trade route, well then, you're gonna have to speak to Confessor Michael. He's the leader.
Listen, Ellie, right?
Yeah.
That's way above my pay grade. We don't have any authority to like talk to people about stuff. We, like you said, we're kind of just hired muscle. We just kind of came down here to clear out whatever was down here. I guess originally they thought it was like, I don't know, rat roaches or something.
She clasps her hands around yours. You understand what clearing out means, correct?
Yeah, but like that's different when there's like people involved. That's like a whole.
Is it?
I don't think they want us to just go down here and massacre people.
Is it different though?
Yeah. And he kind of like is like staring at her like kind of almost like are you serious?
So this,
I mean, what's different from that and like, you know, killing the death claw that I just ate?
Oh, it's no different. I mean, I've seen my people get gunned down just because they were in the way. I mean, you don't really think that the mayor of Diamond City cares if a church gets torn down and its parish gets killed, do you?
We interrupt this program to bring you a special word from our sponsors.
Slocum's Joe has been proudly serving Boston's Boys in Blue and the rest of Greater Boston's community for decades. Get over here and grab yourself a hot cup of Joe and one of our world-famous crullers for just 50 cents. Slocum's Joe, a taste of Boston. Grey Tortoise Famous Cigarettes. Boss riding you to meet a deadline? Co-workers not meeting expectations? Did the wife burn the roast again? Well, Grey Tortoise Famous brand cigarettes are just what you need. The smooth draw and rich flavor will help all those stresses just disappear in no time. Our state-of-the-art asbestos filter keeps pesky tobacco leaves from ever hitting your lips, unlike the unfiltered brands, as well as filtering out all the other harmful chemicals that other brands use. We know you want to eliminate your stresses in life, but leave that to us. We, at the Grey Tortoise Brand Cigarette Company, have you covered. Vault-Tec is dedicated to helping Uncle Sam help American citizens. Our state-of-the-art underground vault facilities are designed to both protect and entertain the nuclear families of America in comfort and style, in case of total nuclear annihilation. Apply for eligibility today. Vault-Tec, prepared for the future. Working with your hands doesn't have to be all work and no reward. Do you want to be one of the best and be paid like one of the best? Robco is always looking for bright and inventive minds. Apply to be a Robco technician today.
And now back to your regularly scheduled programming.
I don't know what he cares about. I just know he offered us a good amount of money to come down here and do the job.
Well, and the job's not over, though, because we're still down here. Now, don't you think it would be better if there was an agreement made so that when you got to the mayor and you explained to him that there's a whole church down here, but we've come to an agreement on a trade route? Don't you think that may play over better? Or he'd just task you with killing us anyway. And then you get to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Graft is like, I mean, You know, you can tell he's like thinking a lot about everything that's being said, but as she's talking more and more, he keeps hearing, you know, these common words being brought up as she refers to the group, us and we. And then he thinks back to that graffiti on the wall that says, "We see you." And he looks at her and he goes, "You guys were watching us, weren't you?"
She kind of gives you like a, huh? Watching you.
There's out on the wall, one of the walls outside of the sewer entrance, I was feeling that we were being watched, and I couldn't shake it. And then we came back later, and there was a message on the wall by the sewer that said, "We see you." And was that your people?
No, it wasn't. We were not aware of your presence.
And insight immediately.
Okay. Roll that insight check.
I don't know if I'm just crazy, but I kept hearing, you know, her saying us and we, and that like,
oh yeah,
I don't know, that like struck a chord with me. Insight. Oh boy, it's not a good score. So let's see. 6.
So even with that low roll, you're kind of hesitant to believe that she is being honest. It's hard to tell because part of you is uncomfortable, but another part of you is kind of comfortable, and another part of you is just screaming danger every 10 fucking seconds. So it's really hard to tell if she's being honest or not. I mean, at face value, yeah, she's being honest, but at the core, it's hard to tell.
Is anybody else in the room?
Yeah,
you said obviously they were like,
yeah, there's 3 people.
Well, no,
still.
like I know there's other people in the room, but like I know you said they were like looking at me and stuff and kind of noticing me, but does it seem like they're kind of converging?
No, nobody. Nobody's converging on you. Nobody's. The only one that's close to you is Ellie, who's currently holding you by the hands. Not like, let me rephrase that. She's holding your hands with her hands, but not in a, hey, I have you trapped, but more of like a motherly, you know, like a mother would, like kind of hold your hands together.
Right. He kind of asks, he's like, and what would happen if I said I wanted to leave right now?
You can leave.
You're not gonna make the robots shoot at me like you almost did?
No.
Before?
No, I only made them do that because I wanted to ensure that you weren't a mercenary hired to kill us. I mean, you are, but it sounds like you don't realize that you were hired to kill us.
I need to go, like, talk with my people about what to do.
She lets go of your hands and takes the plate, and you're free to go.
Okay. I'll be back, I guess. Thanks for the meal. It was really good.
You're welcome.
And he's like really unnerved by the whole energy in like the room and with the conversation. Like even though he doesn't know what's going on, like, even he, as naive as he is, Graft can feel that something's, like, not quite right.
She just gives you a smile and, well, when you're here, knock 3 times and we'll know it's you.
Sure. It was good to meet you, I guess, Ellie.
It was good meeting you, Graft.
He gives like a slow nod and kind of looks over his shoulder as he's walking out the door. And then he walks through the door and closes it behind him and starts heading back towards the sewer ladder.
Okay, so as you make your way from this kitchen area, you're just kind of still looking around, and you know, some people are looking at you, just kind of seeing who's walking by. You walk to the gladiator arena, and you see that the robots are no longer fighting. They're just powered down. You walk towards the door, and as you open the door, you get like that strange urge to run, like something is right on your heels. And then you do a quick glance back, there's nothing on your heels. The whole thing, like you said, is unnerving, and as you close the door, you walk forward in deep thought, and you are immediately stopped by the brick shithouse that is known as Bush standing in front of you.
I fucking knew you were gonna do that, you motherfucker. Oh, god damn it. Oh, that's so good.
And Bush, what are you doing? You Graft bumps into you.
Oh, I'm okay. I was honestly expecting to still be in some sort of blind rampage.
Nope.
All right.
You still can be.
I mean, you could be. You could be if you wanted to. I'm giving you that. I mean, I took control of your character long enough.
All right, hang on.
Little Graft man's gonna die.
Rips him in half. Rips his spine out.
Just grabs his fucking arm and the opposite leg and pulls. Wishbone.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, good. Hold on.
Snaps out of it immediately after. Oh, hi, friend Ravi.
I do imagine he throws me around like Loki, like the Hulk throws Loki in the Avengers. Just tosses me back and forth.
We're going to graphic detail about how you just end up becoming a fucking bloody pulp.
Yeah.
Friend Graft, what doing alone?
So as he turns around and walks into Bush, before he talks and realizes it's friendly, he's like, "Oh, hey, Bush, is that you? You good, buddy?"
Why Bush not be good?
I need a fucking drink.
Bush not know what happened.
Yeah, I don't really know either, buddy. Let's go back up to the surface, okay? Are you sure you're okay? You're not feeling murdery?
Why Bush had to murder friend Graft?
That's a good question. Here, let's go find everybody, okay? You go first. I'll be behind you.
Okay.
Bush, you.
And
You guys walk down, you leading the way. And as you turn the corner, you guys see Axel, Hummy, and Ravi ready for a fight. And in tow is Kieran.
Oh, they picked me up?
No, I said in tow, like you're walking behind them.
Oh, I thought I was still laying on the ground.
Well, yeah, you were, but I figured, if they'd have passed you, you'd have fucking not stayed hidden.
I play tree very well.
I am sewage, just laying here.
Right.
I am the slop.
I am Peter Malak.
You guys see
right,
Bush turn the corner, and yeah, you guys just see Bush turn the corner.
Oh yeah, because I'm like hidden behind him pretty much.
Yep.
Quick question. Did I miss anything really super important? Seems like maybe.
Well, no, none of the shit that you were listening to, that we were listening to, technically our characters didn't hear it. So if you didn't hear it, that just makes it more realistic.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
So give yourself inspiration for realistically role playing.
Yeah, we basically, Graft found Bush, and he wasn't aggroed anymore, and we just got back to you guys.
And all we see right now at the end of the hallway is Bush, but we don't know that he's not aggressive anymore.
Right. Can I look around Bush and see them, or am I just as blind as they are with seeing what's on the other side of them?
You're just as blind as they are, plus you're kind of focused on this murderous, intended super mutant that did snap on you.
And also the entire fucking cult that's against our backs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
now I quite literally am in a murder sandwich right now, as far as I know.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna see Bush, and I'm immediately gonna drop. I'm immediately gonna drop again and play fucking dead.
Andy's coming.
So you guys hear what amounts to a heavy sack just hitting the ground. You hear the slop as you see Bush turning the corner.
Yeah, Axel, probably still being pretty on edge, he's not pointing his gun at Bush, but he kind of has it like, half raised, kind of pointing near his feet, hand off the trigger, and he's just like, whoa. Are you all there, buddy?
What Axel mean?
Oh, thank God. Nothing, buddy. You're fine. And he's gonna slowly holster his revolver.
Well, at this point, I'd assume that I heard Axel, so I'm gonna step out from the side of behind Bush and be like, "Oh, hey, fellas."
Axel's just gonna raise an eyebrow, look at Graft, look at Bush, look back to Graft, look back to Bush, look back to Graft. Did you used to be a bullfighter or something?
Yeah, it's a long story. Look, we all need to fucking go back to dugout and talk, like, now.
I'm gonna pull myself up and just be like, thank the Catholic fucking Christ. He's talking again. Just kind of rinse the sewage or squeegee it with my hand. I could use a fucking drink about now myself.
Yeah, I could use a couple. And he's like, you guys can see, he's pretty like shaken up. Like he's very like on edge.
DM, would I notice that I don't hear that like a clanging sound anymore?
Yeah, you would notice fairly easily that there's no metal clanging or banging. It's actually just quiet, aside from you guys talking and the occasional drip of condensation hitting the muck.
Did you find out what was making that noise?
Yeah, everybody shut the fuck up, because they might be listening. We should go somewhere else.
What do you mean by that?
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, all right. Everybody, let's go.
Okay,
We should just leave.
Go. And he's like becoming more rushed by the minute. He's like just wants to get the fuck out of the sewer. Like Graft does not like the feeling of the sewer.
Yeah, Axel's kind of matching that energy because he was already skeezed out when he heard those like clanging noises, so he's following Graft.
Graft climbs that ladder so fucking fast. He climbs it faster than fucking Bush fell down it.
Kieran, if you're trying
Mario
to
spring jump,
if you're trying to talk on your fucking back.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, like as soon as we're all on the surface, he's like beating feet. Like, fucked Lego Flanagan be damned. Like he doesn't give a fuck about keeping pace.
You guys are watching.
Bush, I do not want to go back to dugout. Noisy.
Well, at least maybe we get on the surface there, big fella.
Agreed. Bush, I'm tired of the dark.
I'm going to look at Bush, and I'm going to look up, and with my arms extended up towards him, I'm going to say, all right, Uppy.
My man really said, boost!
He said, uppy.
Saying uppy in that accent is fucking... That's something I didn't think I'd ever experience.
Oh, shit. Give yourself inspiration for that one. That one was fucking good.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Wait, can you say it one more time?
Right. Uppy.
So fucking good.
My legs fucked, please.
It's like that fucking meme of the goth girl and the fucking the dude.
I want me feckin' baba.
Oh, why do you think I'm doing that? I'm aspiring. I'm reaching out here.
Bush, you see Kieran.
I do not know what uppies mean. No, I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, you fucking dirty bastard.
Oh my god.
You're a lovable cunt, aren't you?
So you guys make it to the surface, and you guys do see Graft kind of making a beeline, walking fast, but trying not to look like he's about to just straight up sprint.
Yeah, I'm walking like the autistic kid that doesn't want to be late for his first class. Like,
oh, so you're goose stepping. All right.
I'm pretty much like.
Sorry. I had to.
Yeah, I've got some scoot in my step for sure. I don't know. Should we like cut it there? It's been like 3 hours.
I would say yeah.
I mean, if you guys want, I mean it's up to you. I mean, I was gonna cut.
I do have chicken stock on the stove
after the conversation.
Like, I would love to, but I feel like if we get into what just happened, it's gonna be another
couple hours.
We're gonna be here for a couple more hours.
Yeah.
Ah, fuck. I got like maybe 1 more hour left in me at the most.
I'm gonna be honest. I dead ass don't.
That's fine. I'll reconvene later. I'm fine with that too.
That's a good ending.
I've been laughing out the last of my energy for the past 5 minutes.
It's like, actually, I'm already asleep. This was all pre-recorded.
Right?
Yeah, right.
You guys are predictable as fuck.